The following stories are inspired by documented paranormal encounters. Some locations and identities may have been changed to protect the people involved. These stories may be disturbing for younger audiences, and listener discretion is advised. This podcast is based on true events.
Hi, I'm Brandon, he, him.
Hi, I'm Dalia, she, they.
Hey, I'm B, she, they.
And this podcast is based on true events. Continuing my streak, I almost forgot to do that last part.
I definitely went on autopilot again. Because it was, what are we saying?
English.
So, welcome everybody to a very special episode of this podcast in many ways.
Mm-hmm.
So
I'm clueless.
B is
As usual.
Shut up, Dalia.
B's
That's the theme of the podcast.
That's true. You're okay, fine, you're right.
While that does work, B is mostly clueless because she doesn't know how to read a calendar. Second of all, no, it's okay. You don't have to read a calendar. I won't make you do that. I know how hard it is for you. Let's go.
I meant to sit and look pretty, not read. This is some bullshit.
Sit and look pretty on a podcast with no cameras.
Yeah.
Sit and
No,
sound
in
pretty.
general,
That is our goal.
that's my day-to-day job, is to sit and look pretty.
For real.
So,
Oh, no.
Motherfucker.
My adult pacifier, no!
the slink around the mic.
Well, I don't want to hit the mic.
Technical difficulties.
It's today's episode is special for a couple of reasons. Let's do the main reason.
Oh, I know why
the
it's
most
special.
important one why it's special. Okay, so this will come out the Sunday before me and Dalia get married. For those of you who somehow don't know by now, me and Dalia have been engaged for the past few years, and
Few years.
couple of years, yeah. This will be our third year together officially.
Yeah, but we've not been engaged for a few years.
Well, I guess yeah, we've been engaged for a little over a year.
Yeah.
Yeah,
More a year and a half, but yeah.
year and a half. Yeah. Okay.
Gay.
So we are engaged, and
I'm queer.
yeah.
I feel like I had to specify since I said gay like that. I'm
Queer.
queer.
Please don't.
I'm allowed to say
I'm
that.
allowed to. I'm
It's-
I'm queer.
yeah.
We're all queer here.
Yeah,
it's
this
fine.
is a very queer-friendly podcast, as we are the queer friends. So,
Yes.
Yes.
no, so we are getting married the Thursday after this episode comes out.
Mm-hmm.
So October 30th, and to make it a little bit more special, and for you guys to be like, wait, fucking really? B is actually going to be the one who is marrying us.
I am. I'm legal to marry in our state, and I'm gonna marry my friends. I can't wait.
We're keeping it in the podcast.
You got a party mouth.
He said that earlier, and I said, you gotta say that during the podcast, and just like that.
No,
That's
it's
wonderful.
It's really special. There'll be 5 of us there in total. It's just a small thing. In like a year or so, once we saved up, we were going to be doing like a bigger party to actually celebrate, like with like our friends and
With
family.
everybody,
Yeah,
yeah.
with everybody.
Yeah.
But for this time, it's just the 2 of us, B marrying us, and then each of us picked a witness, which are very close and dear to us. It's gonna be a great day. I'm really excited. And then also, the very next morning, we are going on like a mini honeymoon. Our ideal honeymoon would us be going to Salem. We've always
Correct.
wanted to go. However, in lieu of the economy as it is, we don't really have the money for that right now. So we have decided instead to do something a little bit closer to home, but still like far enough away. We are doing a little cryptid road trip.
Road trip.
So the first day we are going to Point Pleasant, and we are going to be spending the day doing Mothman things,
Mothman.
which I'm really excited about. I know we both individually have visited the Mothman Museum and seen the statue and touched its butt.
Tell my baby daddy I said hey.
We will, but yeah, we're gonna do the mini golf there. We're gonna I would say one of our favorite things to do in new places is to try different food. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm
I like to
jealous. I've
eat.
never been.
really, you haven't?
Yeah, never.
We'll have to go as a podcast.
with
Yeah.
as obsessed with Mothman as I've never been.
It's only a 2-hour drive.
I did not know that.
Yeah, it's
I could do 2 hours.
It's like a
It's
two
right
and a half hour drive. That's it. Yeah, that's a day trip.
Well, it's like on the
Yeah.
border of West Virginia. It's like right on the edge.
Like the
Oh.
reason I went is because it was for a work trip, like a day work trip.
Mm-hmm.
So we could easily like plan a day to go visit the museum and everything, have a bite to eat, and come home. Like
That would be so fun. I would love to do
right.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. However, this time it'll be just us.
Yeah, of course. Yep.
Sorry, you're not
Yep,
invited
that's
to
all
this one.
y'all.
B puts down the luggage she had already packed.
Aw.
So yeah, we're gonna be doing Mothman, and then the next day we will be driving another 2 hours deeper into West Virginia because they had to visit Sutton, which has the Flatwoods Monster Museum and the West Virginia Bigfoot Museum.
Ooh.
And there's like different places around there. There's like a hiking trail where they have like a big wooden statue of Bigfoot. We want to touch the butt of.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it's gonna be real fun. We have days taken off, so I'm excited. It's just
Me
a little
too.
thing to celebrate us, and it'll be great. It'll be really great.
Yeah.
Whole ass when y'all got off the phone from asking if I would officiate for you. I sat there and I cried.
Really?
Yeah, because I don't know, I was just so touched that you guys would ask me.
Of course.
I love you guys so much.
We love you too.
Yeah. Also, fun fact: in our state, you don't have to have witnesses.
We
We wanted
though.
them.
Oh, I know.
You're like, it should have been just the three of us.
No.
Bees gatekeeping our elopement.
This is my day. I'm running the show.
No, yeah. The little like for show certificate they gave us, they have a place for 2 witnesses to sign.
Yeah.
So we're gonna do that and have it up in our house and just point to it all the time and like, look at that,
That'll be cute.
Marriage.
married.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm extremely excited. Actually, as we were recording, right before recording this episode, my silicone wedding bands came in to be. Yeah, I have a bunch of silicone wedding bands that came in. They're going to be like a substitute until we're able to afford like the actual wedding bands we want.
They're good to
It'd
wear
be
while
good
you're
for
working
work.
too.
They will be
Yeah.
good for work. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Which that'll be. I'm really excited to be wearing a wedding band to work.
I bet you are.
I am.
Oh
I'm
my
so
gosh.
excited. Oh, I'm excited to start saying my wife.
He's gonna my wife the shit out of you.
I'm gonna
Thing
my
is, I
husband
do-
the shit out of him, so
Because
it
I
works.
still say that sometimes to people who don't know us.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry,
Like-
my wife this. My wife
my
said
wife
no.
is-
Sorry.
Yeah. If I'm ever explaining who you two are, it's Brandon and his wife Dalia.
Yeah,
Every time.
Damn right.
It's just
and don't you forget
it's
it.
been that way for the last year, I think.
Right.
That's his wife. That's her husband.
No, so yeah, we're planning to take lots of pictures, and we are going to be posting them on the or at least like the ones that are relevant to the cryptid theme. We'll be posting them on the podcast socials and stuff. So keep a lookout for that. It's about to be real fun. But yeah,
I'm real excited.
I'm real excited. What do you?
I'm excited to see pictures.
Yeah, of course. Oh,
I'm
Yeah,
excited
so-
for you two also. You guys really need this like little trip. Just the two of you.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah. It's very I'm so excited for you guys.
We booked our first hotel a couple days ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How
So now
nice.
it feels real.
Ooh,
It's like, ooh.
exciting.
Actually, we're doing this? What?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I love it.
We're gonna be there on Halloween.
We are going to be there on Halloween. Yeah.
The Mothman part, anyway.
That's 2 days before my birthday.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Especially with Mothman, one of our itinerary thing is we were going to visit the TNT domes,
Yeah.
which like apparently is on a nature preserve. So like you can just hike there and stuff as well.
Hell yeah.
So that's really I'm excited. I'm excited for everything. This is gonna be a big month for us for sure. Now that the more important thing has been said, there is another reason that today's episode is really important and really special.
Hold on.
Yes? Yes?
What?
Well, I guess today...
Isn't that the next episode?
No. It's today. You're fine. Trust me. You'll be okay. We planned this out. You'll be all right. I don't think she knows what I'm going to say, unfortunately. But, like...
What is happening?
All right. Just let me get to it. It's okay. Today is a special episode because, as we've said, this comes out the Sunday before Halloween. So this is in effect our Halloween episode, and therefore,
Oh, I did know that. Okay.
we have Dahlia picked a pretty good themed one to Halloween, I think. I don't think you meant to, but you did.
I did not mean to, but
Right. And I have a story that is one that I really care about, one that I have... It's probably one of the first, like, real haunted house stories that I've ever heard.
Yeah.
And I did a lot of preparation for this, a lot of, like, kind of researching, more than I usually do, at least. I'll explain to it. But yeah, so this is, in effect, our Halloween episode. So, like, hey guys, what are you guys dressing as? We don't really have any Halloween things that we're doing. So maybe
just
next...
Mothman.
Yeah, just Mothman. Maybe next year we'll dress up in a Halloween costume. We still want to do Wirt and Sarah from Over the Garden Wall.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that would be so cute.
It would be. Yeah, we planned to do it last year, and then we couldn't get the stuff in time.
I want to do Sarah Sanderson and Billy.
That'd be cute
Hocus
too.
Pocus
Absolutely.
as
Yep.
I also just want to get a group together to do the Sanderson sisters.
Yeah.
Happily.
Yeah.
Where do I sign up?
I say I want to be Sarah, but like I can be Winnie. I could be Winnie so hard.
Mm-hmm.
You would love being Winnie. You would have so much fun with it because you already copy what she says all the time.
Oh yeah, they're like vocal stems. They
Yeah.
really are.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I love that. For Halloween this year, instead of candy, I'm passing out silly bands.
You
Hell
told
yeah.
you told us that. That's really funny.
The box game, and there really is, like, so each of these little boxes has like 10 silly bands in it, and I have got 100 of these boxes.
Yeah.
I'm starting silly bands back in my town single-handedly. These
Hell
fucking
yeah.
kids are getting silly bands.
You're gonna
damn
be like
it.
a dealer.
Yes.
Do you usually get a lot of kids in your neighborhood trick or treating?
Mhm.
Damn, that's great. I love that.
No, that's great. We're just jealous.
Yeah.
We don't get a lot.
So-
Well, I live right next to an elementary school, and there's
well, we live next
a
to
lot
a school,
of
too.
there's a
Yeah.
lot of school-age kids in the area.
No, yeah, there's that
they
too.
all just go to different. They go to good, like better neighborhoods.
Which sucks because our neighborhood is perfect for it. There's a sidewalk and everything. There's houses everywhere. Like,
yeah, we
Mhm.
decorate.
but
and
last
everything.
year when we were there, when we were sitting out, we were all dressed up and everything. We got 2 people, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And this year we almost had like a little bit of like confliction because we were like, what if this year is the year they try and then we're not here and then they never come back? And
Well, we also got a new neighbor
neighbor
with
came
a
in, yeah.
child who moved in. I'm like, this is gonna
set the tone. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
We're just
But-
gonna have to say, hey, sorry, not this year, but next year.
Yeah,
Because she already struck up a conversation with us, so we're you know friendly enough.
right.
Yeah.
So we'll be able to. Be
However,
like, hey.
ultimately, obviously, we decided that we are more important, and so
Yes,
it'll just
I
have to be.
agree.
We'll try again next year and hope we can get started. We're gonna be here the rest of our lives anyway, so that's what we got to keep thinking. We're wanting to try. This was Dahlia's idea. We're wanting to try to do big size candy bars,
Ooh.
and if not many people come, maybe the word will spread around a little bit.
His
Yeah.
house gives out big candies.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Then we gotta keep giving out big candies, honey.
yeah, that's true.
We could do it.
However,
We could do it.
we can
Well,
do it.
at that point, if you know and the traffic is coming, then that gives you more time to save up to get the big candy bars.
Exactly.
you know?
Yeah.
But thankfully we got our Halloween decorations put out. For us, it was like the last weekend, but for you guys, it'll be like the week before October hit. Like that's when we finally got our decorations put up. Because again, it's just been hot. Like I've been complaining about for like my entire life, honestly. But yeah, so today is effectively our Halloween episode. So we've got we've got a little bit more special things to show you guys. At least I know I do. Why don't we transition into a vibe check right quick, and then we can get started. How is everybody feeling today?
I'm chill. I'm actually getting a little hungry. I know
Really? Okay.
we had soup, but that was at like noon.
We still have soup. Like
I don't know if I want soup again.
that's fair. Yeah.
But yeah, I'm getting a little hungry, but I'm good. I'm chilling. I'm
Yeah, that's
vibing. I'm excited for things to come. So.
Yeah. It's about to be a real. I can feel it's about to be a really good month for us. I don't want to jinx it, but I'm really hoping. It's real exciting. B?
I'm rock solid, brother.
Yeah.
I'm chilling.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I'm just
Chilling
happy to
like
be
a
here.
villain.
As always, just happy.
Yep.
Just
happy.
it's good. It's a good environment. You
Yeah.
know, like at least that's how I feel. Like in this room, I'm comfortable. I'm excited to tell you guys stories because, like, another reason why I wanted to start this podcast. You have you have no idea how many times because I watch paranormal documentaries all the time, but you have no many? You have no idea how many? I just skipped like 4 words between those. Yes? Are you missing something?
It was my fat fold underneath my belly.
I lose my phone there a lot.
So,
yeah, it was tucked up.
What was I saying?
Keep it secure.
I lost my track. Oh, no, it's a good vibe in here. You have no idea how many times I'll watch paranormal documentaries and be like, man, I really wish I had someone to talk about with this. And so now I get to watch these documentaries, bring them to you guys, and hear what you guys think too.
Hell yeah.
And I love that shit. Don't start yawning now.
I get to get out of my house, away from my children, and spend time with my friends. It's pretty great.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
So, are you guys ready for my story today? I only have one, but it's a doozy. It's a big one.
Let's go.
It is a big one, so we might want to go ahead and get going. So, I do want to issue a couple trigger warnings for this one. It's been a minute since I've done trigger warnings. Trigger warnings for self-mutilation and child illness.
Oh, great.
So, it's Halloween. It's going to be a bit heavy today.
Okay.
Just a bit. Hopefully not too much, right? You cold?
You said it's going to be heavy.
Oh, I see.
So I'm getting ready.
Got a blanket ready? Okay.
Babushka.
Babushka.
B put the blanket over her head and did like a little hood idea, and now
I
sunglasses.
just need a cigarette now.
Okay, so let me get started with this intro then. In 2009, the movie The Haunting in Connecticut brought a dramatized version of the haunting events experienced by the Snedeker family to the big screen. While I remember enjoying the film, critics didn't seem to, and it generally didn't have favorable reviews. Have you guys ever seen this movie, The Haunting in Connecticut?
When I was a kid.
Yeah.
It sounds familiar, but I don't know off the top. Listen, I smoke a lot of weed.
Mm-hmm.
But I've heard the name. I've heard of it.
Right, okay. So, however, if you are like me listening to this, then this was not your first time hearing about the events in this Connecticut house. In 2002, the TV special A Haunting in Connecticut aired on Discovery Channel and kickstarted a documentary show that we cover frequently on this podcast called A Haunting. So this was before the episodes of A Haunting were coming out. This was the first thing they ever released. This started their show, basically. When this first telling of the hauntings aired, the Snedeker family had asked to be filmed under anonymity and were therefore called the Parker family in this episode. In 2012, however, their story was told once again on another show we love here on the podcast, Paranormal Witness. Now comfortable enough to tell their story without the need for their faces to be hidden in shadow. Today, I will be pulling from both of these episodes in order to put together a more complete picture of the horrors that the Snedeker family have experienced.
All right.
Okay, so, as told by the shows Paranormal Witness and A Haunting, I give you The Haunting in Connecticut. The following events occurred between 1987 and 1989. Carmen and Alan Snedeker live happily with their 4 children, Brad, Jennifer, AJ, and their eldest, Philip. Philip was described as a, quote, very mischievous boy who was idolized by his younger siblings. They loved him. They all lived a nice, slow-paced life. Until one day when Philip was 13 and Carmen noticed a small lump at the lower portion of his neck. The family's heart broke when they got the call from the doctor. It was Hodgkin's lymphoma, an aggressive cancer that affects the lymphatic system in the body. And to make things even worse, they found that the closest childhood cancer treatment center to them was in Hartford, Connecticut, which was about a 300-mile round trip a day. Yeah. They would begin making this trip 5 times a week. The treatment for it was new at the time, very radical and very aggressive, and the radiation from the treatment was so intense that it actually burned Philip's skin in places, turning it black. The constant back and forth were also taking a huge toll on Philip's body, adding to the constant headaches, nausea, and body aches. After considering their options, Carmen and Alan Snedeker decided that it would be best to move the family to Connecticut to be closer to Philip's doctors. The family had a lot of trouble finding a place to live. Carmen looked through all the papers, called all the realtors, and heard too many rejections from landlords saying that they don't want to rent to a family with any more than 2 children. So when they finally found a townhouse listed as, quote, sight unseen, she was ready to take the place regardless. of whatever it was. This was their last resort. When they pulled up in a moving van on June 19th, 1987, Carmen begged Alan to go in first to check the place out. For about 15 minutes, Carmen sat in the car biting her nails, hoping and praying for Alan to not bring back bad news about the house being uninhabitable in some way. When Alan did come back, he told Carmen that she needed to come to see what he discovered for himself, or for herself. Upon entering the house, Carmen says that it seemed pretty ordinary, until Alan pointed out that there was a crucifix hung above literally every doorway. Alan revealed that he had discovered the place to have once been a funeral home before leading her to the basement to show the most damning evidence. In the room at the bottom of the stairs was a large counter that ran along 3 walls, and around the corner, a door to another room. Carmen opened the door to find a room where bodies had obviously once been prepared for burial. And a good amount of equipment had even been left behind. A long table in the center of the room with a drain in it, an embalming machine tucked into the corner of the room, a closet that concealed a lift inside that would have been used to raise the coffins with the bodies inside to the main floor. Carmen looks at Alan. "We have a son who has cancer," she says. The last thing I want is for him to think about his own mortality. We cannot live here." But unfortunately, they had no choice. Their savings were gone, their resources were gone, all dumped into this house. They were stuck. Excuse me. Carmen decided that all she could do is do the best she could to make it a home and try to keep the morbid past of the house from the children. They put a bookshelf in front of the door and hoped to just forget the room even existed. The kids, upon seeing the house for the first time, were all really excited by just how big the house was. With AJ even remembering thinking that the place was like a palace. After moving everything into the house, Alan unfortunately had to return directly back to New York for work. It would be on Carmen to continue bringing Philip to his treatments while simultaneously trying to get the house settled. Carmen decided to make the basement room into Philip and Brad's bedroom, given the fact that it was right next to the bathroom and Philip was still dealing with a lot of nausea and vomiting. Carmen would also more easily be able to keep her ears open in case Philip needed her, since her and Alan's bedroom was nearby. That first night, Philip went to bed exhausted from the events of the day. But not long after, he comes up to his mom's room, saying that he had been awoken by the sound of a voice calling his name. Carmen tries to rationalize it, saying that she had just gotten off the phone with Alan, where they had obviously been discussing Philip, and that sound travels weird through empty houses, so he probably had just been hearing them talking about him. But Philip surprises Carmen by saying, "No, we have to leave this place right now. This place is evil." It didn't take long living into the house before Philip found the morgue hidden behind the bookshelf in his room, and he immediately told his brother Brad about how, by the way, that was a different day. I want to preference that. I don't think I gave a long enough pause. So, he was saying this. He did not like this place from the time moving in. However, there was nothing they could really do, obviously. And then, it didn't take long living in the house before Philip found the morgue behind the bookshelf. And then he immediately told his brother Brad about how the old house used to be a funeral home. When Brad didn't believe him, Philip said that he could prove it and showed him into the hidden room. While inside of the morgue room, Philip dared Brad to lay down on the embalming table. Not wanting to look scared, Brad did so and allowed Philip to spin him around the table as well, remarking that it seemed like Philip was really trying to creep him out. And the next morning, Philip told both of his brothers that there was actually something really cool about the counters that went along the walls in their room. Remember, they had the ones that went along the 3 walls. You could open up one side and crawl all the way around to the other side through an opening in the middle. So with Philip leading the way, Brad in the middle, and AJ bringing up the rear, the 3 boys enter the opening in the counter. AJ said it felt like a long, dark cave to him. At one point, AJ touches a dark, sticky stain on the ground and points it out to his brothers ahead of him. Philip swings his flashlight around. The trio now notice that a dark red substance is dripping down the sides of the crawl space. Freaked out, Philip and Brad rush back out of the space, pushing AJ to the side in their desperation to leave. The three of them run upstairs to Carmen, all talking at once about how blood was coming out of the walls. But upon checking and finding nothing there, not even the dried paint that she originally thought it would be, Carmen laughs at the boys, telling them that they had just scared themselves out of going into something that they shouldn't have been in the first place. Brad, however, now feels like something was wrong in the house. Young Jennifer also seemed to have an encounter not long after, as she came downstairs trembling and telling Carmen that she had just seen a woman in her room while playing with her toys. But once again, Carmen's inspection of the room found nothing out of the ordinary. She did, however, note that it was strange to see Jennifer acting like that, given that she was usually, not really a skittish child at all. One day, while putting away laundry, Carmen notices that the crucifix above the basement room is now missing, leaving only an outline of dust where it once hung. However, she writes this off as the kids playing some kind of prank. Philip comes once again to his mother one night, claiming to be hearing voices calling his name, saying that he's been hearing them every night since they moved into the house. And not just that, but now he was starting to see glimpses of a figure in his room as well. Carmen believes that the things Philip was hearing and seeing were a result of the radiation, but was also worried that the other kids might get scared if Philip started telling them the stuff he was hearing. They love their older brother after all, and they would believe him no matter what. One night, Brad is just about to fall off to sleep when he's jolted awake by Philip shaking him. Before Brad can ask what's going on, Philip shushes him and tells him to be quiet. Philip then tells Brad, "Look over in the corner. There's 4 guys sitting over in the corner." As Brad looks over, he stares in horror at the sight of 4 men in black robes standing around a toy robot of Brad's that was currently spinning and moving on its own on the counter in their room. All of a sudden, the boys watch as all 4 men simultaneously turn to look at them. The boys bolt up the stairs to tell their mom about what they had seen, and Carmen furiously marches down the stairs to rip these people a new one. How dare they break into her house and scare her babies? But after searching the basement, and then the rest of the house, she finds no one. Not long after this, Carmen would start to notice more crucifixes from above the doorways in the house going missing. And as much as she reprimanded the kids over it, they were always firm they had nothing to do with it. That it must be whatever is in the house doing it. Carmen calls a family meeting one day, confirming to all the kids that while yes, the house used to be a funeral home, and that there were no such things as ghosts, and that the pranks needed to stop. Singling out Philip specifically that he needed to stop toying with his siblings and start, quote, acting his age. After this, Philip started to recede into himself more and more. At about the year mark of them living at the house, Brad comes home to find that Philip has moved his stuff out of their shared room and into the attached embalming room. While Carmen asked Philip why he had done this, given that he had always seemed to be afraid of that room, Philip just shrugged his shoulders. Philip started getting into trouble more at school, more and more. He became more withdrawn to the point where he barely talked to the rest of his family, rarely even smiling. And Carmen was finding it harder and harder to deal with this new person that he had become. The second summer the family had lived at the house, cousins Kim and Tammy Alvis came to stay with the family. Tammy and Philip had always had a really great relationship, almost like that of a brother and a sister. So when she arrived at the house, she was hurt to see that Philip was the only one not to greet her at the front door. Brad talks about how Philip had a book that he used to write in all the time. And being a curious little brother, Brad would try to bug him to ask what he was writing in this notebook. But Philip would just glare at him in silence in a way that sent chills down his spine. One day, while helping her aunt clean, Tammy stumbled across this book hiding under the mattress of Philip's bed. Hidden within was a very shocking look into the dark and aggressive thoughts that Philip had apparently been having this entire time. He wrote about death and murder a lot, and the word kill was scrawled all across some of the pages. Looking even deeper into the dark scribblings of her son after Tammy immediately ran to her to show her this book, Carmen began to wonder just how Philip even wrote some of these things. You see, Philip was really dyslexic and had struggled to write the alphabet correctly before, let alone some of the complex sentences that Carmen was currently reading. When Carmen asked Philip how he wrote some of the more complex words, Philip told her, quote, "The man in the suit helped me write them." One night at dinner, Carmen found out that Philip had been cutting into his arms when he reached for something, and his sleeve rolled up a bit, revealing one of the cuts. When asked why he would do such a thing, Philip replied that he had no idea why he was doing it, that something was telling him to do it. As time progressed, Philip became more aggressive, once punching Brad in the face and then destroying Tammy's room that she was staying in when she yelled at him for it. As she tried to stop him, Philip slapped Tammy across the face and even threw her clear across the room at one point. How could such a sick child have that much strength in him? After this fight, things started to change for Tammy. She comes to Carmen one morning, telling her that she would feel her blankets being pulled off her bed in the middle of the night, as well as the feeling of hands pulling at her clothing. However, there was never anybody in the room with her when this would happen. Carmen, not willing to even entertain the thought of ghosts in her house, thinks that Philip must be the culprit behind this. Carmen, not knowing what else to do, calls up Philip's doctor and tells him everything that's been going on. The doctor said that it sounds like the symptoms of schizophrenia and that it may be time to have Philip committed to a psychiatric hospital. Carmen hates this idea, but agrees that she no longer has the ability to take care of this on her own. Come 6 p.m., she tries to act like everything's normal. She makes Philip's favorite meal for dinner and waits for the transporters to arrive. They didn't even knock when they came in to take Philip. Brad says that as everyone sat there quiet, it felt like all the happiness had been sucked out of the room. As the men walked Philip out, Philip begged his mom to stop them, to not let them take him away. Philip would desperately ask what he had done, where they were going, why they were doing this, but all Carmen would do is say how sorry she was. In the episode, Carmen cried while saying how much she wanted to believe the things that Philip was saying, but that she checked every time and could never prove that there was anything there, so she had to cover her bases and make sure that the other children were safe. Carmen followed the ambulance and stayed by Philip's side as long as she could. As she watched them fit Philip into a straitjacket through the window of his new room, Philip desperately cries out to his mother one last time. He yells, "Now that I'm gone, they're gonna come after you." This final statement sticks in Carmen's mind as she drives home with tear-filled eyes. As she pulls up to her house, a rage fills her. She has been trying for months upon months to rationalize all the things that the kids have been telling her about the house, but now she was just desperate to believe anything over what the doctors were telling her. She marched directly down the basement steps and sat looking into the room for a good while. "All right, you son of a bitch," she said to nothing. "If you want to play, you come play with me." She sat there for hours, but nothing ever happened. That night, however, Carmen is woken up by Tammy knocking on her door and telling her that her cover had just gotten forcefully yanked off her bed. And this time, Philip isn't even in the house. There's nobody left to blame it on. As Carmen goes to follow Tammy back into her room, she sees that the crucifix that once hung above the door to her bedroom, the final one in the house, was now missing. Carmen gets Tammy tucked into bed and starts reading Bible verses as she sits next to her. Suddenly, Tammy bolts upright. Terrified, she tells her aunt that she can feel a hand on her skin, under her clothes, traveling up her body. Carmen throws off the covers and can actually see the outline of what looks like a hand and wrist moving along under Tammy's nightgown. Tammy throws on her rosary and the two women escape into the kitchen, hoping to leave the spiritual hand behind them. As they take a breath in the kitchen, both Carmen and Tammy start to feel the air charged with a strange, dark energy. As the room grows colder, the two start to hear a growling sound emanating from all around them. The room almost looks like it's moving right before their very eyes. Tammy even reported seeing a man on the ceiling. As the women start to recite Bible verses once again, they see the rosary hanging around Tammy's neck begin to levitate upwards. The cross of the rosary hangs midair at eye level between the two of them for a moment, before dropping to the ground in a pile of beads. Carmen called up the family's church and was very thankful to find that they believed her. The church said they would be sending someone to perform an exorcism of the house the very next day. Thankful and relieved, Carmen decides to take a shower before her and Tammy try to get some shut-eye. However, as Carmen cleanses herself in the healing water, the shower curtain suddenly rips from the hanger and wraps itself around her, tight. It felt like someone was trying to smother her as it grew tighter still around her face. Tammy, thankfully, hears Carmen's screams and cries and runs in, ripping the curtain away from her face and allowing Carmen to breathe again. That night, Carmen would also get a call from Alan saying that his car just drove into his office on his job site, even though he still had the keys in his hand. This makes Carmen fear that even if they left the house, there's no guarantee that they wouldn't be followed. Before the priest arrived the next day, AJ would hear the voice of his brother Philip calling to him from the basement, asking him calmly to come downstairs and help him with something. The priest didn't end up being much help. After listening to Carmen and Tammy's accounts of events leading up to him being called, the priest simply said, "I believe you. Now I want you to forget about it and it will stop." Carmen thought, this guy obviously has no clue what he's doing, and immediately started looking elsewhere for help. Eventually, an article that she stumbled across leads her to calling Ed and Lorraine Warren for help. Upon visiting the house, Lorraine was immediately drawn to the basement. Lorraine believed that there was an inhuman spirit residing in the house, and it had chosen this house for the sheer amount of spirits that infested it from it being a funeral home, and that had preyed on Philip because he was less mentally able to fight back due to his illness. The couple recommended an official exorcism that would need to be sanctioned by the Catholic Church. To help get the proper evidence needed to convince the church, the Warrens called in their friend John Zaffis, a paranormal researcher based in Connecticut. Zaffis and his researchers actually moved into the house until they were able to collect enough evidence for the church. During their stay, the team witnessed Carmen falling into a trance-like state for 8 consecutive hours. They all prayed over her during this time, and she described it as like falling into a dark pit filled with negative human emotions. The mattresses that the researchers slept on during the time at the house, which I want to point out, they all slept in the same room, the living room. They thought it was too dangerous to be separated, just in case. They didn't want anyone singling them out. However, they witnessed these mattresses vibrating and undulating as if they had been breathing. One night, Zaffis made the mistake of leaving the safety of the group, something that everyone had been very careful not to do until now, in order to jot down some notes on the events of the day. As it started getting a bit too cold than what would be normal for the room he was in, he called out to the rest but got no answer. Upon returning to the living room, he found everyone fast asleep. As if being pulled by some unseen force, Zaffis makes his way to the basement door. As he opens the door, he sees the figure of a man in a suit standing at the foot of the stairs. As he watched, the face of the man looking up at him started to contort and swell, changing into something beastly, something demonic right before his eyes. The figure then seemed to become a ball of fire that flew up at Zaffis before bursting into a cloud of thick smoke, which made Zaffis fall backwards. The Warrens eventually have enough evidence to convince the Connecticut diocese to send a priest to investigate the house. His report would determine whether or not an exorcism would be granted. And granted it was. A different priest was sent to perform the exorcism a different one from the one who performed the investigation was sent to do the exorcism. And during this priest's initial cleansing of the house, Carmen reported witnessing a spot on the priest's shirt get pulled as they were entering the basement. So, just being tugged, she witnessed it physically get pulled away from his body. During the actual exorcism of the house, books began flying off of bookshelves. Carmen was thrown across the room and held to the wall by an unseen force. Tammy was levitated off the ground by her neck, choking her. And a statue of the Virgin Mary apparently started to melt and drip before everybody's eyes. However, per the priest's instructions, nobody was allowed to acknowledge any of the happenings during the exorcism, as to not give in to fear and give it any more power. So imagine choking mid-air and trying not to even acknowledge that. Tam reports that by the end of the exorcism, it felt, quote, as if someone had opened the windows to the house for the very first time. The house felt warm and comfortable for the first time since the family moved into the house. Even so, the Snedeker family moved out of the house in October of 1989, not wanting to take the chance of somebody else opening anything back up accidentally. Also, there was just too many bad memories attached to the house for them, understandably. Philip was released from the hospital in the spring of 1990 with a clean bill of health, cancer-free.
Hell yeah.
However, after 24 years, Philip's cancer returned.
Aw.
He died in January of 2012 at 38 years old. However, shortly before he died, he recorded an audio interview where he stated the following. Quote, "Well, I told my mom from day one that the house was evil. My parents weren't believing me, and I guess I became more fascinated rather than frightened of the things that were in the basement. My mom was trying to be strong on one hand and do what she thought was right, but I definitely felt a sense of betrayal. It's hard to describe the way that evil can actually find its way into little nooks and crannies in your life and begin to manipulate you like that." Carmen says that about a week before he passed, he came to her and asked, "Mom, am I evil?" Which tells me that the trauma inflicted by dark thoughts given to him so long ago by the entity in the house never truly went away.
Jeez.
Happy Halloween!
Good Lord.
Yeah,
that's fuck.
Yeah,
That was heavy.
That
was one of your heaviest ones.
I definitely have not watched that movie.
No. I will say, The Haunting in Connecticut, it's a fine horror movie. It's very, very loosely based. Like, they dramatize it a whole lot. There's a lot of things in that movie that did not actually happen. It's a fine movie.
Like The Conjuring.
Yeah, similar to The Conjuring. Only honestly, I think less based on it, to be fair. But no, that is a really big, heavy one. And reading that last part out loud actually had me tearing up a little bit, because that's rough. Imagine going your whole life just thinking, not knowing, like, hey, is it my fault? Is it me? Is that? Oh man,
Poor guy.
no, yeah.
I wonder if he ever truly felt peace.
I would like to hope, you know. Whew. But no, it's a really heavy story, but it's one of the ones that I have heard about and known of the longest, and so
That's a fantastic story.
yeah, it's insane.
You did a really good job putting the two together to kind of build that.
Thank you.
I didn't feel a sense of separation at all. It
Me
felt
neither.
like one cohesive story.
Good.
I liked it.
There are some parts in the original A Haunting that was a little bit more dramatized, I will say. Like, I stuck as close as I could to the Paranormal Witness one because, you know, she's there telling it herself and stuff like that. Not that she's not there in the first one, but still, there's, like, the sons are there talking about it and stuff. But, like, in the original Haunting one, there's a scene where she's, like, trying to mop up with, I think, the landlord. There's just a random lady there, and the mop water starts to become, like, look like blood, and they can't get it to clean up for a while. So it didn't really fit into, like, how the second time she told the story. So I was like, so I was just probably wondering, because she was under anonymity, maybe they were, and it was their first thing, maybe they're like, we need to dramatize this a little bit more, give it some blood. However, yeah, it's crazy. It's an insane story. I can't even begin to imagine, like, different people's thoughts and feelings there, right? Like, the whole time telling this story, she was just having such a hard time keeping it together, just barely crying, because she's like, I really tried, I didn't know what else to do. And, like, what do, you know?
Yeah. I hope she got that baby out of that mental hospital immediately.
She did, like, the spring of, the spring after they moved out, basically.
No, the mental hospital. Remember he was put away?
Yeah, but, like, I believe it was, like, the same facility.
He was released from that facility.
Yeah, like, the spring after they moved.
I was thinking that was, like, just for the cancer.
No. That was when he was released from the facility.
So he was made to stay in there, then?
Yeah, he was in there, and he was also getting treated with his cancer and stuff as well, so... But no, it's also it's a rough situation for any family to be in. I can't imagine, like... Because it feels like you're just being kicked while you're down. You're hit so hard so many times. And like, sorry, I keep talking. How do you guys feel? Like,
I feel a lot of sad right now.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah. It's got me thinking about my kids.
I knew it would. I apologize for that.
That's okay. Because it's just... I don't know what I would do in that situation. I've honestly, I think that I would do things very similarly to how she handled it.
Like, I would like to believe, knowing me, I would really desperately want to try to believe him more. because it really did feel like I hate to like, you know, give too much criticism, but it did really feel like she just was blaming things on him and not really taking him seriously. Mm-hmm. And it's like, oh man,
just because he's the eldest son.
Because he's the eldest son, he's sick, so that obviously has something to do with it. And it's like, if you think that, then maybe they did say they tried to get him on medications, but those medications weren't helping anything. Mm. However, knowing who I am as a person, I probably would have just been like, ghosts the first time. But you know, that's not always the solution either. Like, what do you do in the situation? It's hard.
Yeah.
I just feel for them a lot. That's hard.
Oh, but yeah. As far as I know, everyone else, all the rest of the family, living pretty good lives currently, thankfully. Are you guys ready for some photos? I've got a decent amount of them this time for this story. So, first one I'm going to show you is the actual house. So this is a picture of the house from the outside. So this was featured in a haunting special, right? And like I double checked, and they're like, yeah, they use actual pictures of the outside of the house. It was only the inside that they recreated. So that's what the house looked like. Which, like, that's a gorgeous house.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it is.
It does look like a funeral home.
Yeah,
it does.
I can see it for sure. Mm-hmm. A beautiful house, though. Yeah, this next one is actually a photo. I believe this appeared in like a paper, like a newspaper long ago. But this is a picture of the family with the Warrens, actually. It's a little blurry, but I think you can still see pretty much what you need to see. Obviously, the top left, we got Ed and Lorraine Warren there, and we got...
top right, you mean?
Top right, yeah. Why did I say left? Top right. That's Ed and Lorraine Warren there. Pretty distinguishable figures, you know. Mm-hmm. It only shows 3 children because at this point Philip was in the hospital. Had been taken away. I believe Tammy is the woman between who I believe Carmen and Alan is.
Yeah, I'd assume
I think that's the cousin Tammy. Next up, because we have a picture of the family, I didn't think it would be right to not include Philip in this. So this is, I believe it's an obituary picture of Philip that I found out there. This is him. And then...
He looks like his dad from what I can tell.
He does, doesn't he? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I can see that. Yeah, this next one is... So I mentioned he had Hodgkin's lymphoma, which attacks the lymphatic system. I am including a diagram to what the lymphatic system actually is. It covers a big array of the body. Like, if you're looking at that. This is, like, it's basically... I can't remember how exactly it was described, but it's a lot. Like, it's your tonsils, your lymph nodes, your spleen, like, your bone marrow. Like, it's a lot. It affects a lot.
Non-Hodgkin's lymphoma took my grandpa.
Did it really? Oh,
yep.
Wow.
Yep. It really is all over your body.
Yeah. I'm sorry to bring that up.
Oh, it's okay. It's been a minute. We're good.
Okay. And then this final one I've got here is of John Zaffis. This is the investigator that the Warrens brought in with his team, and he is the one that experienced the man in the suit turning into some kind of beast and then a fireball and throwing itself at him, basically.
Insane.
I don't care how small the room is, I cast fireball.
No, like, I can't imagine seeing that, though. Like, that's the most blatant get the fuck out I've ever seen, you know? Like, I've ever heard of. Like, damn. Like, fuck. I'm glad it turned into smoke before it hit him at that point. Like, I can't imagine why it wouldn't just hit him with the fireball. Fuck. Maybe, you know what? It might have been because it was all smoke and mirrors thing. Like, it wasn't an actual fireball, so it couldn't actually hurt him. It might have just been a scare tactic. Whew. Oh, yeah, that is... Happy Halloween! That's my Halloween story, guys!
Good choice.
I don't think Dalia
Poor
agrees.
Dalia. No.
Man, we are running... I specifically am running you through the ringer today with my stories. I apologize, hon. Okay, well, Dalia, what Halloween theme... Well, not really theme. What creepy episode do you have for our Halloween episode?
What episode do I have?
Story.
So I do have one single story.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna go right into it.
Yeah, sure.
So, This allegedly true encounter comes from a stepmother at her wit's end, and we're, like I said, just gonna get into it.
Okay.
I've titled this one Ouija. It can also be, some people pronounce it Ouija, like a Ouija board.
A Luigi
Like
board?
A Luigi board.
Ouija time.
And I know I said it already, but I gotta say it again. Let's get into it. My stepson turned 9 in June, and his mom bought him a Ouija board for his birthday. I thought it was inappropriate, but I'm not allowed to dish out advice as I've had a lot of tension in my relationship with his mom. Apparently, I enforced too many rules for her son. I won't get into the whole drama, but I honestly care so much about making things work for our family. I didn't chime in. I asked my husband how he felt about it, and he said that it's only a kid's board game and that he had one when he was younger. That all kids love classic board games. Now, to me, I am very suspicious about the Ouija because of a past experience. The experience, in short, one of my classmates did the Ouija and it drove her mad. She went from being popular to actually sitting by herself, grumbling and looking down at the floor. She would just stare into nothingness. It freaked me out. One day, I actually asked her if she was okay, and her eyes literally moved unnaturally in her eye socket, and she grinned. She shouted, Why wouldn't I be okay, Priscilla?" Now that freaked me out because that was my dad's pet name for me. He called me Priscilla Presley, and nobody knew that, not even my friends.
Huh.
Yeah. It really scared me, so I avoided her since then. Her parents pulled her from school and had her institutionalized for a while. We've seen her around town, but she would only be walking with her head down, dark glasses on, and always with her mom. Very big change, and it still bothers me. The rumors about school and our area was that the priest was called and that it was a Ouija. My mom made me swear that I would never do it, and she mentioned that I didn't want to end up like that poor girl. So, you can see my reservations were already there. My husband didn't believe my story. He just laughed it off and said that it's a typical story of my Bible-bashing town to come up with that for a mentally ill girl. I felt really at a dead end, and I wasn't comfortable with my stepson bringing that Ouija into our home. As the week of his birthday passed, I literally forgot all about the board. I noticed that my stepson was withdrawn. Usually, he'd be boisterous and would literally do anything in his power to try and agitate me, but he was staying out of my way more. At first, I was like, yay, I can do my work now in peace, but then my mommy instincts hit in, and I just knew something was not right. I know he's my stepson, but I have a really strong feeling when something is bothering him. So I go up to knock on his door, and I can hear him mumbling and talking. Then, I hear him say, shh. I knocked on the door. He didn't answer, so I knocked again. He said, come in, and when I walked in, he was laying on the bed with the Ouija board laid out on the bed. I felt an energy of fear when I saw it. I felt my blood run cold. I felt like I couldn't breathe. I literally struggled to ask my stepson if he was okay and if he was hungry. My stepson said he will wait until his dad comes home for his dinner. Again, I felt it so strange, as usually my stepson would demand his dinner be made before his dad came home. I walked downstairs to the kitchen, baffled. 2 days after that incident, the light at the top of the stairs kept glowing. I would change it with a new bulb, and bam, next morning it would be blown. It kept happening. My husband promised he would get an electrician friend around to have a look. Also, other thing that was strange was a black cat would show up at the back door every day at 3 p.m. on the dot, and just scratch and mew until I opened the door. When I opened the door, it looked and ran. This went on every day for the rest of the week. It was so bizarre. On the Friday, I was getting my car in my car to go to the grocery store. I found 2 dead crows on the hood of my car. Saturday night was a complete nightmare. I kept having bad dreams, and my husband woke me up at one stage and said that I was thrashing too much in my sleep. So he went to the spare room so he could get some sleep as I was kicking him in my sleep. Can't relate to that, by the way. I didn't know why I kept having nightmares. I got up at one stage to go to the bathroom and I could hear mumbling and snickering. So I followed the sound and it was coming from my stepson's bedroom. The next morning I had a talk with my husband and let him know that P was up, P meaning the child's name,
Sure.
was up, sorry, this is the first time she used it, it threw me off too.
Okay.
Was up talking and laughing to himself at the early hours of the morning. I told him about the other day, and I went in, and he was playing with that Ouija, and I told my husband it wasn't healthy. Also, I just want to clarify, when I said can't relate, I cannot go downstairs and sleep on the couch or anywhere else but my bed with my husband. You know what I mean? So,
I thought you were talking about how, like, I wouldn't wake you up to send you off, like, go, you know?
That too, yeah.
But no, like, yeah.
No, he left. She didn't leave. He went to go
Oh,
sleep
he
somewhere
left.
else.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I also wouldn't do that. I would rather deal with you kicking me so I could be next to you.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, my husband said that I was being paranoid, so now it's Tuesday. My husband is sleeping in the spare room because I keep thrashing in my sleep. His electrician friend came out yesterday and can find no fault in the wiring and suggested I get an energy-saving bulb that lasts years. And guess what? That blew too. So I'm at a loss here. Am I just being paranoid and blaming it all on the Ouija, or do I have something to be worried about here? I'll never forget the energy of fear I felt. Like a shard was stuck in my lower back, and I felt so negative after seeing the board. Surely I cannot be just imagining it. My gut instinct is out of whack, I'm sorry guys, at the moment because I am being called paranoid and starting to believe that I am being so. Any help or advice on the topic of Ouija would be fantastic. Thank you. So I'm going to read some comments.
Sure.
A user commented, if you are religious, have a priest come and bless your home because I believe P has unwittingly invited something demonic into your home. If I were you, I would go and talk to a priest and have them bless you. I hope this keeps you safe because other than this, your husband is the obstacle because he doesn't see anything. Your friend didn't go mad. She was probably possessed by something. I will send my prayers and blessings to your family. Please stay safe, and if it gets too out of hand, please just leave. That's one side of things. Like one, I feel like that's really
that's on
high.
One end of the spectrum for sure.
Yeah. And so OP responded, "Thank you so much for your Wow, thank you so much. You are honestly kind. I was raised in a Catholic community. I still pray anytime I need comfort, but I've not went to actual mass in so long. I have a feeling I will need to contact my local priest and attend mass again. I feel like I need a blessing. The negativity is so bad in our home. My husband is an atheist and he laughs when I pray or call out to a saint. For example, when I've lost something, I call out to St. Anthony to help me find it. My husband always jokes and laughs about it. Sometimes it pisses me off that he doesn't take things seriously. The feeling I got from that board was something that is beyond this earth. It was pure evil." Another user commented, "You are not being paranoid. His parents are being reckless. Buying a Ouija board for a child is not a joke. The things you are experiencing 100% seem to correlate with that child playing with it. Also, he's 9. What the actual fuck? Who buys their kid that? The thing is a literal portal for bad energy and spirits. Unfortunately, I don't think your husband will believe you unless he starts experiencing things. For the sake of the child, I hope he starts noticing soon." So, OP responded, and this is a little bit of a long one, takes up the rest of the page here.
Okay.
But OP responded, his mom literally had men over, drugs, and drinking on the property. She even went on a bender and left my stepson on his own. My husband has a deep guilt surrounding that incident. He feels like his son should get away with everything, and we spoiled him. The state gave my husband custody of our stepson, and she was put on a rehabilitation program. Then my stepson started to beg his father to see his mom, so with conversations with DPS, they agreed that it was okay for our stepson to stay every other weekend with his mom. I can't help but feel like she is being far too reckless around my stepson. And she says, I faced serious aggression from my stepson, and he's been in and out of treatment for harming animals. The This is where it gets pretty serious. I should put a trigger warning. Can we edit that in later?
Sure, of course.
Okay. Of harming animals. His mother should not have let him near that Ouija board, let alone buy him one. My husband keeps saying I'm being childish. We already have been through couples counseling where I felt the counselor sided with my husband. Like every time I say something, he's like, that's mine and P's mom's decision to make, not yours. The counselor convinced my husband that I have no say with the upbringing of his child as I'm not blood related. I think it's BS. I do everything in the house, cook, clean, tend to P's outbursts. She's venting a little bit, but more context, I guess.
Right.
Now he's dabbling with the dark side of that Ouija and I'm at a loss. The quarantine is hard enough. This is in the middle of 2020. He is literally up in his room all night and all day now. I know he's addicted to the Ouija. It's getting really scary now in the house. I found 2 dead black beetles in the fridge. I have no idea where they came from. I also received news that my friend was in a car accident on Tuesday and she broke her collarbone, got 23 stitches in her forehead, and broke her eye socket. I can't even visit her because of COVID. After being shocked at that news, the black cat shows up at 3 p.m. When my husband was off work at the weekend, the black cat did not show up, and the house goes quiet. I literally feel like I am losing it. That is it.
So, first and foremost, putting aside any paranormal aspects that are going on, which I believe there are, there's paranormal shit going on. Divorce your husband, man. I'm sorry. Like, what do you mean he's laughing at you for your beliefs and shit?
Yeah, it's
like,
fucked
what
up.
do you mean by that?
Disrespectful.
What do you mean you don't want your wife to have any say on raising your kid? Like, then why get married? Like, what's the point? Why put her involved with this?
I mean,
No, yeah, this first and foremost, in the relationship, like,
yeah, break up with him.
yeah, because it feels like you're being exploited at this point.
Feels like we're doing an Am I the Asshole?
No, it
Yeah.
does, because he is.
Break up
but
with your boyfriend.
First of all, break up. Second of all,
I really felt for her. Like,
no, yeah,
Yeah.
legit.
sucks.
No, yeah,
And it's so hard being I'm a step parent, and when I tell you it is the hardest fucking thing I have ever done, I mean it. Now, that doesn't mean I would change anything about it, but it's fucking hard to begin with. And then having all of that pile on top of it as well, I also feel very deeply for her.
right.
It's strange that the happenings only happen with her
It almost feels like it's a targeted thing, right?
because of
Yeah.
her fear
Yeah.
and her uneasiness towards the board.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
You think demons are sexist? It always seems to happen to the wife first.
Fucking probably.
Yeah.
They probably view women as the weaker sex. So
Right. It's like, guys, come on. It's 2025.
I don't think
What are
I mean,
we
these
doing?
people
I
are
don't
dead,
think
I don't
it's
know.
that. I think
No.
it's feminine energy.
Feminine
Feminine
energy?
energy is so fucking powerful that they're drawn to it and they want to get their fucking
They're-
hands on it. That's what it is.
I could see it.
Feminine energy.
It's true. A
Mhm.
feminine phenomenon.
Yep, it's a fucking feminine phenomenon. You got it.
You know what? Fuck yeah.
Yeah,
Fuck yeah.
Yes, it's the divine female energy.
I like that more than just them being sexist.
Sexist.
Honestly. Yeah.
It's the divine female
Which is-
energy.
I automatically
Fuck
go
you, I'm
towards
right.
that. True. I automatically go towards that though because we hear so many times, "Oh, this spirit hates women." This spirit.
We do hear that a lot.
It's like, oh
it
my
seems like we hear
God.
that a lot from like human spirits though.
Yeah.
From guys who are just assholes.
That's
you know,
because he
like-
had a little dick and had no bitches. Next.
No
maidens.
bitches.
No maidens.
No maidens.
I cast no maiden.
So like paranormal stuff included.
Oh,
It don't
yeah.
feel right.
On top of it.
Like I believe fully that a Ouija board can just be a board. Sure, I believe there are definitely instances of people like freaking themselves out. However, I do believe that if you call to something and give it a way to talk to you, that can summon something forth. I think it's the same thing with like spirit boxes. However, I think the Ouija board is more personal in a way because you're using yourself as the conduit almost with moving the planchette. Also, who does give a child a Ouija board? Because at the very base core, no spirits, no demons, whatever. It's just a really boring game. It's a non-game. Like, if you don't believe in it, it's boring. Like, it's stupid and it's a dumb thing to...
I don't get how it's a game.
It's not really.
Hasbro makes it. You
Yeah,
buy it in the
I
fucking
don't
board
understand.
games.
No, yeah, like, but what are you supposed to do?
Like, what are the instructions? Call out to the dead? Like,
Yeah, the instructions are like, it's literally instructions on
like a
Ouija
party
board
game.
stuff. That's it.
Yes,
As a party game, yeah.
Yes.
Let's see what the future holds, that kind of stuff. And
Yeah.
in reality, they're banking on it being like a mental thing to where like your hand, like you think something else moving it, but it's really you self-consciously moving it. However, in some cases, not the you know.
Yeah.
In some cases, darker shit's happening because, especially if you are calling out to somebody. Like, for instance, I know my mom.
And just because you call out to something specific doesn't mean that something else isn't going to answer.
Exactly.
Don't forget that.
Like, it doesn't matter how specific you are when you call to something.
You're calling to your dead Meemaw that you want to talk to. It ain't fucking Meemaw that's showing up.
Mm-hmm. But for instance, what I was saying is, I'm pretty sure my mom has used a Ouija board as a child and never had anything happen. Like, it's possible for nothing to happen. In fact, it might be the majority, but there are cases, I think this might be one of them, where something answers back. Mm-hmm. And yeah, it does feel like something is targeting the cat. Showing up is a little odd for me. That's weird.
Yeah, I don't like the demonization of black cats either.
I don't either. No, for sure, I don't. I don't think that was. I think that was because when the husband was there, the cat didn't come. Right, the cat was only there when it was just her there. I think it was a protection.
Or you think so?
I think it was separate and it was set for protection.
That could be it too.
Another W take. I
never saw. So I don't think the black cat is like a spirit at all. I think it's a legitimate cat in the area that's being drawn there by something. And maybe by the energy or whatever. Maybe, it might be trying to warn her, like, because she opens the door, it runs away. It's trying to say, go. You know what I mean? Get out. But if we're being real bad.
I love that.
But if we're being real bad, she needs to divorce her husband. Get out of there. That takes it out of your hands. You know what?
Yeah, you don't have to deal with the kid. Cool. You don't have to.
You're good.
Mm-mm.
Yep.
No, because especially like...
I've had to pull that move before. It's not fun.
It sucks when you love the kid, I bet.
Well, it
doesn't seem like the kid loves her. The way
she was saying, the way he treated her.
It's a 9-year-old though, so like,
yeah, they're kind of dickheads sometimes.
Well, they're kids.
My stepson is 10.
So you know,
I get it. I love that little shit though. I tell him and my husband all the time that I fell in love with my son before I fell in love with my husband.
That's sweet. Yeah, that's really cute. And yeah, exactly. If you do love the kid, I can imagine not exactly, but I can imagine how much harder that would be to like leave the relationship. However, you're in this relationship where the father obviously just kind of sees you as somebody who makes his fucking dinner. Like he doesn't see you as a partner in parenting. Like he doesn't care about your beliefs or the things you care about. Right. He laughs at you for them.
You are a living nanny and maid.
Yeah,
that's not okay.
I'm not religion you are. That's fucked up.
My husband is. And I could never even imagine myself laughing at him for that. It's just so fucking, like, distasteful and rude. Why?
It is so easy to
She's minding her fucking business. You should do the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
It is so easy to not belittle somebody.
Yes.
Like, so easy.
Yes.
Because, admittedly, there are some astrology things that, like, I don't know if I'm fully on board with. I'm not going to laugh about them.
I love space racism. Let's call it what it is. I love space racism.
I have a lot to say about astrology, but we won't go down that path right now.
Right. No, yeah, like, whenever Dalia tells me about something, I listen still. Like, like, I'm not going to give her that face like, really? No, that's not fair. That's not cool.
And I appreciate that. I have dated people who did. So.
Oh, yeah. I know my husband looks at he don't look at me like I'm crazy. Like, but I know he thinks I'm crazy with some of the shit that comes out of my mouth. Bless that man.
Why would you be with somebody who you think that little of? Like, what? Why would you be with somebody that... That's
a marriage of convenience is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I know you're not looking for it, but you're not the asshole. Get out of there. This is because it's starting to get dangerous to you. It seems like.
Yep.
Yeah.
So like I don't like both spiritually it's not a good situation. Just get out. That's all I got really.
I'm gonna share the picture.
Oh yeah.
It's literally just an Amazon listing for a Ouija board. It's nothing crazy. But in case you don't know what a Ouija board looks like, that's what it is.
Talking spirit board.
Yep. So. That's like the newest version.
By Wickstar.
Yeah, the newest version. I know, like, the actual...
I like how creepy they're trying to make it look, too.
And you know damn well that thing ain't got no texture on it. It's just flat and smooth.
It looks like... It almost looks like it would be just like a board game thing, which, like... Yeah. Then you get the ridges. What if it's just a mat?
Probably. So there's the actual Ouija. I think Ouija's... That's not the brand, is it? It's just the type of game?
Yeah, Ouija.
So this, I think, is just an off-brand. It's not the Hasbro Ouija
off-brand
board.
Ouija board is
It's
funny.
It's off-brand Ouija board. It was there, it was new, it had a lot of reviews, so I was like, well, let's just snag that real quick. I didn't want to stay on Ouija board Amazon forever.
Mm-hmm. No, I get it.
I don't blame you.
I 100% get it.
Yep.
No, yeah. Happy Halloween. Thank you so much for that.
Yeah.
Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween.
Like Brandon mentioned, I don't know how to read a calendar, so I forgot about the Halloween episode. But
To be fair, though...
I have something just as scary.
Yeah?
Oh.
Losing your wallet in New York City. Ooh!
Oh, I'd rather take the ghost.
Yeah.
Over losing my wallet, the anxiety and the panic of having my fucking cards, and then also, I hate doing extra work on anything, so, like, now I gotta reorder shit and everything. Ugh! So inconvenient.
Well, that's what my story is about.
All right.
So, we're gonna make it work.
No inconveniences.
Yep, that's
All right.
what my story is about.
Here's B telling the scariest story on our Halloween episode. Let's do it.
All right. She pops right on in here to say,
What's the name of this one?
I can't tell you.
Why not?
Because it's going to give away.
It's a secret.
Yeah. You know, I'm naming it. That's a scary story. Losing your wallet in New York City.
You
There
know
you
what?
go.
That's fair. We have a name. That's the important part.
I really deserved to lose it because it was so careless of me to leave my wallet with my debit card, my ID, AirPods, etc. on a random stair stoop at 3 a.m. in the middle of New York City. Me and my friend had been sitting there talking, then decided we wanted to walk somewhere about 15 minutes away, and I only noticed my wallet was gone when we arrived. I was sprinting so fast. My friend said, "Keep going and I'll catch up." Like 3 or 4 blocks, I had to run in my platform docks, and it's a miracle I even found the set of stairs because I had never been on that street before or even knew its name or the building's name. The first thing I noticed, nothing was on the stairs. My heart dropped, and I just kind of sighed in defeat because the only person to blame was myself for being so drunk and careless. I had never lost my wallet before, so I was only just starting to process what that might mean for me now. Then the next moment, this man walks down the sidewalk with his dog holding my wallet, and as I ran up to him, he said, "I was looking for you." He explained how he saw me and my friend talking, and then the next time he walked by, we were gone, but the wallet was still there. He had spent the past 15 minutes walking up and down trying to find us to return it, and told me he was going to leave it with the doorman of the building to return to me if he never found me. I asked him if I could give him a hug and hugged him like 30 times. I was drunk and said something stupid like, "Thank you to you and thank you to your beautiful dog," but I definitely meant it. In New York City, if you leave something like that in the middle of a public sidewalk for even a minute, you know full well it's likely not yours anymore. The fact that I had not noticed for 15 minutes and still got it back is an absolute miracle. Because of that man's kindness, I did not lose everything. He probably just saw a 22-year-old college girl and has no idea that I've been homeless twice and I'm so used to stuff being taken from me from all sorts of people, from landlords to others that I've just grown to accept it. I almost couldn't comprehend someone going out of their way like he did. Truly a wonderful individual.
Hell yeah.
Scary story with a good ending. Woo!
Yeah. No, because, like, the way my heart would drop.
Yes.
No, like,
Boom. Gone.
like just the way
Right out
that-
my butthole.
Yeah, because I feel something that's not in my pocket that should be. I'm like, uh-oh. Like,
I have a story about this, kind of.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah?
So I was getting out of my car on the streets of, I want to say, Cincinnati. If it wasn't Cincinnati, it was like right across the river in northern Kentucky, at a sushi place. And I was just going to go in and pick it up for my roommate and I at the time. And when I got out, I didn't realize, but I dropped my wallet. My wallet, I guess, fell out of my pocket because my pockets were bad pockets.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
My wallet just fell out. Sorry, I spit.
Fine.
Directly on the ground by my car. And I realized I didn't have it. I said, oh shit. I went to go back out to my car. There was a car stopped right next to mine. I witnessed a guy, like, jump back in his car and, like, they drove off. And that's when I realized I dropped my wallet right there. And he had picked it up right off the ground.
Damn.
So I got a call from a gas station about 20 minutes later that they had my wallet. So he returned it, but the cash was gone.
Damn.
Thankfully, I don't think it was that much. I don't remember. It was probably like $20.
So that
Yeah.
sucks.
But like, at least my cards were there. My ID was there, you know. So that was cool.
Mm-hmm.
But first thing he did was jump out of the car while he was driving because he saw a wallet on the ground next to a parked car.
Yeah.
Which you know is probably the owner of that car's wallet.
Right.
But
Yep.
instead of like, I don't know.
Doing anything
not-
good.
Yeah. He took it and
Finder's
so,
fee.
That was that's what they
Yeah.
call it. Finder's fee. Yep.
Jesus. Yeah.
It literally just fell out of my pocket when I was getting out of my car though. And I didn't realize it. Didn't notice.
Damn.
That sucks.
Sucked. Mm-hmm. I don't keep my wallet in my pocket anymore. It stays in my purse. I keep my purse on me. I have to put like its side, like what's it called? What's the purse called when it's on one shoulder and it goes to the
Shoulder
other
bag?
side? Yeah, but like it's diagonally
Satchel?
across my satchel. Every time I wear a purse, it's got to be something that goes around my body. I'm afraid of dropping it.
Crossbody.
Yeah, thank you. Crossbody.
Crossbody bag. That's what
my
it is.
story. Anyway, yours was lovely.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
You're good. As for my picture, I have got a gorgeous sunset skyline picture of New York City
That's pretty, all right, yeah.
That's pretty.
that I imagine is exactly how she felt when she realized her wallet was safe.
For real, that's how I would have felt.
Yeah.
That's gorgeous. Yeah.
I had another one that was really pretty that was kind of like a pink sunset, but it looked so gorgeous that I couldn't tell if it was AI or not.
I see.
That's sad.
The water was so clear and reflective that I couldn't tell.
Right.
So
yeah, I understand.
that one I'm fairly confident
Right.
that was taken by somebody.
Right.
Looks like a panorama.
Mhm.
Panorama?
Panoramic.
Panorama.
Panoramics.
Is that right? Well, I think it's your turn to lead us out if you feel prepared.
I do believe it is my turn.
All right.
We're all over the place. We're on all kinds of social medias. You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Blue Sky, but not Twitter because...
Fuck Twitter.
and
YouTube.
Oh, yeah, and YouTube.
That's less of a social, though. More of a place to listen.
Next, for where to listen, where to find us. You can find us literally anywhere that you can listen to your podcast.
Yeah.
Spotify, YouTube, Apple Music, all that good stuff. Make sure to leave us a comment, rate us, review us. Let us know how we're doing. If you have stories that you want to share yourself, you can send them to us at TPIBOTE@outlook.com. That's TPIBOTE@outlook.com. If you've got paranormal stories, go ahead and label them for Dalia for us. And if they're...
No H.
Yeah, no H. If they're more on the wholesome or just overall uplifting good stories, go ahead and label them for B for me. Two B's. Am I missing anything? I think I nailed
You're
everything.
good.
Yeah.
You got it.
All right.
Review and rate us wherever
She
you
said
can.
that.
Yep.
Did you?
Yep.
Okay,
Yep.
my bad.
Somebody
Sure
wasn't
did.
listening.
Sure
I
did.
thought I was, but then one of these like paint mixing videos came up on my phone, and I was like, oh.
Anyway, take us out of here.
All three of us here would love to wish you a happy and safe Halloween.
Absolutely.
And as always, this podcast was based on true events.